Hi, hey, and welcome to another story time brought to you by ABC Read and ABC Learn, in which we are here to help develop and nurture that love of reading in every child as well as every adult. I hope that you all are doing just fabulous. All right. I hope you are doing just grandioso. All right. Wherever you are around the planet, wherever you are around the globe, all right? Because it might, whatever time of day it is, right? Because hey, it could be morning time, just like it is here where I'm at in Seatown, all right? Or it could be nighttime somewhere where you are, all right? And again, I hope that you all are doing great, and I hope that you all have read or you're planning to read for at least 30 minutes, y'all. 30. All right. I was trying to do a little Caribbean accent. It didn't work. Sorry. All right, y'all. Sorry for my Caribbean folk out there. Please forgive me. I try. I try. All right. All right, y'all. And before we get started with our story, I'm going to give you guys another reading aloud benefit, which is reading aloud can help you improve your grammar skills. That's right. Grammar basically meaning that the way you are putting your sentences together, making sure that, when you are speaking, making sure that, everything sounds everything is put in the correct way. Your sentence structures and, you're putting the right words in the sentences so that you make sense. Like, for example, if you wanted to talk about something that you had ate last night, you wouldn't say, I eat pizza last night. You would say, I ate pizza last night, right? Because why? Because you want to use the word ate because you are showing that that is something you did in the past, right? All right, so this is something that reading aloud can help you all improve. And it just reminds me of something that I read in the Read Aloud Handbook by Jim Trelease. And he talks about how grammar is actually more caught than taught. And what he meant by that is that when you are, again, when you are listening to these stories being read aloud and through conversation, that is really one of the great ways of you being able to learn your grammar and improve upon your grammar skills. That's what's up, y'all. Now we got that taken care of. Now let's dig into the story. Bam. Oh my goodness. Look at this story here. Oh my goodness. Let's read the title together. All right. The True Story of the Three Little Pigs. This is the true story, y'all. And this is, as told, the author is John Scieszka, illustrated by Lane Smith. All right. Now, this is the true story of the Three Little Pigs. Now, everybody, most of us know out there the story about the Three Little Pigs, right? Wolf came along and, blowing houses down and all of that stuff and just terrorizing those pigs, right? Oh my goodness. But see, this story is according to by A. Wolf, right? By A. Wolf. The wolf said that no, not that story. Not the Three Little Pigs story that they call themselves. They're gonna say from their perspective, right? He said, no. I'm gonna tell y'all what really happened, all right? So you guys let me know. Would you believe his story or would you still think that the Three Little Pigs and what they said happened? Do you believe their story? Let's find out what A. Wolf's perspective is. All right. Everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in once upon a time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called. Little pig, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed. Achoo! And I sneezed a great sneeze. Whew. And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw. So I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbor's house. The neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called. Mr. Pig? Mr. Pig? Are you in? He yelled back, Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin. I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. You know, food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better. And I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called. Mr. Pig! Mr. Pig! Are you in? And do you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, wolf! Don't bother me again! Talk about impolite! He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig! I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and achoo! And I sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, and your old granny can sit on a pin. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course, I was trying to break down this pig's door. And the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. See, I'm still fighting off that cold. The news reporters found out about the two pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all of that huff and puff and blow your house down, and it made me be the big bad wolf. That's it. The real story, I was framed. But maybe, could you loan me a cup of sugar? The end. Woo, excuse me. I think I got the wolf's cold. Oh my goodness. So, what did you all think about the wolf's perspective? What do you all think about his viewpoint? Do you all believe his story? Do you believe that he was trying to make a birthday cake for his dear old granny? Hmm. Well, you guys decide. Because we know one thing about wolves is that we know they can be a little more sneakier, right? So I don't know. You guys, you let me know. Put it in the chat box below, all right? Um And I hope that you all, excuse me, trying to do those voices, start messing with my throat. That's what's up. But that's all right because I enjoyed it and I hope you all enjoyed it as well. And I hope that you all will like, subscribe, and share our videos. All right. You guys take care and please, please remember to keep reading for at least 30 minutes a day. Happy reading, y'all.